everyone today. This this interview was titled "Transitioning," and I'd like to discuss the transition from um, living out the life and lifestyle of a drug kingpin, and now you're a film director and
Producer.
producer.
Yes.
All right, first
I
off,
mean,
let's
that's
start.
that's my strong aspect, so I'd rather roll with that. Directing, I have directed,
Yeah.
but uh, I produce. I put the things together and help the director have less headaches as
Okay.
possible.
Okay. We'll start there then. Briefly, break down the actual difference between a film producer and a director.
Film producer, we're usually running things off the set, and the director is running things on the set. He's the floor general. He's
Okay.
the, you know, yeah, he's the floor general. He's the point guard. He makes everything click on set.
Right.
I'm the point guard offside the set as far as making sure everything is running smoothly and correctly, so he won't have a headache. So that way he can give the the, the project his full attention because you want him to be able to direct. Directing takes a lot. It's like it's no sleep. Even though this last project, um, we stayed together, so we there was no sleep. We was finishing at 12, maybe 1, up, strategizing for the next day till 3 in the morning, then up at 6 or 7 because we got to beat everyone to holding. Because
Yeah.
when you are in that position, you got to beat the rest of the people there so you can be, hey, you're late.
Right.
You can't be running something and then you're going to be late. You have to set an example. So actually, so for the last 10 days, even on the day off, we was working because you constantly find different things coming at you and in production.
Yeah.
Um, and some people look at filming and think making a movie like, oh, that's easy. Nah, it's not easy. A lot of
Right.
moving parts, a lot of responsibilities, and if one, what you call those, like a cog, is off, it throws the
Yeah.
whole machine off.
Okay. So you've been getting busy. That's what you basically just described to me.
Pretty much, and I'm trying to get more busier.
Okay.
Because this is just the beginning. So I'm just trying to. I'm appreciative of the opportunities. I'm appreciative of all the people that I've worked with, that have gave me the jewels to keep going and find, my best place.
Right. I be trying to pull the Muhammad Ali out of you like a motherfucker, man.
True.
And yeah, I be
What,
wanting you
the
to say,
popping shit thing? No,
yeah,
no.
man,
Listen,
I be
you
wanting you
gotta
to
holler.
pop this
You gotta
shit.
holler at my man. True. He's the Muhammad Ali. He's gonna pop the shit. I'm the laid back one. We're both Virgos. He's the one that's gonna be like, ah. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he helps energize me.
No doubt. I've watched you work your way up to being someone who I feel should be able to pop their shit. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
yet. Not yet. It's
Not
coming.
yet.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Listen, there's a lot of dope, great filmmakers there. So just to be able to earn uh, the respect of people that been killing the game within this independent film joint to say, yo, y'all niggas is doing your thing. And to have such great actors as Marquise Moore and Christopher Dahl and uh, Diesel and all these people come in and work on this last project that we did, and they was very pleased with, and they didn't know about the mishaps here and there, but they was just so pleased at the way that we rocked. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? That was the compliment in itself. So when you say you pull a Muhammad Ali out of me, I let the people do that Muhammad Ali and talk about how dope they is and how good they is. Let's do. We rapped yesterday. True put out a sneak peek. We just put out a sneak peek. We just finished yesterday.
Yeah.
We ain't playing.
Yeah.
We just trying to go for it. So
Y'all been getting busy. That's what's
yeah.
up. Can you describe to me what exactly is Second Chance Enterprises?
Second Chance Enterprises was a company I had formed, started with party promotion, comedy, And it was basically my story, a second chance of life and trying to do things the right way from the wrong way.
Okay. I'm
So
in here
that's what
free.
it was.
I'm in here freestyling a little bit because it's actually, I'm comfortable with you. It's like actually conducting a regular conversation. But for starters, why don't you introduce yourself and then we're gonna go ahead and get off into this form.
Oh, okay. All right. My name is Luc Stephen. I'm a film producer, independent film producer, and I'm just trying to work my way up the ladder and just do some great, dope things that will rock the culture and rock the world.
Right. To date, what would you say is your signature film that you've been involved with?
The one we just did, because each one gets better and better.
Okay,
You
I
know what I'm
like
saying?
that. I
So
like that.
this set the tone of the change, which was Sin, um, which is finishing up now. But what we just finished, Glow, we shot it in 9 days. It's an awesome, dope film. And when you get the talent bragging about the movie that they just did, that's coup de grace. That, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, you can't ask for anything else.
So there's a lot of enthusiasm on set right now.
Oh, there's enthusiasm like crazy. I mean, OG Lee's in this joint. She was in the last joint, Will You Marry Me? But I think it's pretty fair to say that we are doing our thing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And we just want to get better.
All right. I didn't bring you here to talk about the low points, in your career, because at this point, the street shit is the low points. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
yeah, 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 yeah. That's
So
that's.
I
I
have to,
appreciate that.
for those who haven't, for those who haven't tuned into the Valtown special, which I thought was dope, Rich in the Hood, just briefly give them a little bit of your background, please.
Background is a checkered past, like most of y'all across the world. Well, not across the world, but in any urban city in America, we know that drugs have a stronghold on our communities. A lot of times when we are growing up, that seems to be the that's the easiest way to make some money. And a lot of us, when we're younger, we don't want to do the hard way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But at the end of the day, if you did the hard way from the beginning, you probably would be more ahead as you get older. But when you're younger, it's having a good time. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Life is easy, and if you're making fast and easy money, it's just like you don't have a care in the world. Um, Shit starts getting real when you're not trying to get that fast money no more, and then you
Right.
understand, like, holy shit. So again, entrepreneurs, I shout out to you. The 9 to 5 guy, I have to shout out to him because I don't think I could do it. Like some people say, they don't think they could do what I'm doing because again, we don't work all the time, but we work a lot. It's just that a lot of times it's paperwork, it's Zoom calls, so we might be on set 10 to 15 days.
Yeah.
But that's not the end of the movie. Movie still got to get edited. Movie still got to get, you got to get your VFX in there. You got to get your color in there. All that stuff takes time, man.
So you
You
don't
know.
consider yourself an entrepreneur?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All
I
right.
am an entrepreneur. I've,
No
I've
doubt.
had I've had quite a few entrepreneurial ventures that I've fallen flat on my face and have been able to get up. So I've reinvented myself numerous times trying
That's
to
what's up.
change my mode. See, the thing is, like, my man would tell me, he said, "Yo, man, you know why I really like to rock with you?" He said, "Yo, if something don't work, you just go do something else." And I figure it out
No
as it
doubt.
goes along, and I try to excel at whatever that I'm doing. That's just my personality.
Okay. When generally when I've seen brothers exit the streets, or let's say life after prison, life after the drug game, I've seen people pursue their CDLs, commercial driver's
Mm-hmm.
license. I've seen people go back to school, what I'm saying, try to take on different types of education. I've seen people, entrepreneurs, start selling shit, clothing, sneakers,
Mm-hmm.
all types of carpet cleaning businesses. You decided that you wanted to do films, which that seems
Well, I
like
didn't. I didn't just jump into films. I tried restaurants. I tried transportation. I tried like I said, party promoting. Um, None of those really worked for me. The only thing that really worked, and I didn't even invest any money, and I just invested time, was working with my family on with Rob's restaurant when it opened.
Right.
But again, that's theirs, and I decided to, like, hey, I'm gonna do the movies, you know, because once I started it, I couldn't. It was like a drug. I just couldn't put it
Right.
down. So, and I just kept going with it. So I'm like, when I look at all the other joints that failed, this is the only thing that I've tried to do that I've put so much time in with no instant gratifications with it. You open up a restaurant, you're gonna make money when you open. Might not be quick, but there's a cash flow coming in. As long as you have
Right.
some good food and good customer service, it's gonna work. It may not work to your expectation. It's a slow process. It's like films. You start making some dope films, you're gonna start getting some dope opportunities, and you're gonna be able to start making some money.
Right. Did you described other business ventures that you had, and none of those have anything to do with entertainment or cameras and shit like that. Was
They
there
don't have
any?
a. Go ahead, I'm
Was there
listening to you.
anything? Was there anything in your past business ventures that prepared you for this? It seemed like your transition into this shit, because I kind of like watched it, was pretty fluid. You know what I'm saying? Is that attributed to your aptitude, or you
Oh, I
somebody who
like that big
potentially?
word. I'll attribute it to my aptitude. Like I said, whatever I'm going to jump into, I'm going to jump into. So when
Okay.
things wasn't working, and with my story again, me and Chaz Williams was pretty cool, and he brought his people to me, and that's when we created a web series. That's when Money and Violence was out, and but since then, I met different people, and then they've helped me to escalate and build my career by bringing me around people that really do this for a
Okay.
living. So my education, as far as filmmaking went, I have to thank Sean Baker. I have to thank Jamila T. Davis because she introduced me to Sean Baker. So before I was doing the neighborhood thing, you know, with the neighborhood people, and when I did better within my last with Sean Baker and Don Quan, that's when things turned into a whole different type of situation because that movie had Hassan Johnson in it. So he's from The Wire. So before that, it's like, let me ask Homegirl, does she want to be in this movie? Hell, let's get such and such to be in the movie. But now it's like I'm dealing with with people that are really doing this, and it just went from there to there to there to this to the Pale White Horse to Will You Marry Me, which has gravy in it, to what we just finished now with Glow, and there's more in store. You know, I'm just pleased with the way that things are going, and I can see some light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. To date, how many films have you been involved with?
I think it's 30 something.
Damn.
Because you got series that's 10 episodes, so I could call
Okay.
that 10, or I could say one. If I looked at my IMBD, it would say how many projects I'm involved in. I'm sure it's 30 something.
Right. Okay. I was listening to your Vowtown episode. Who does that? Whose platform is that? That's just pretty dope.
That's a brother named Brian. They're the ones. He has Valtown. His other man has Mecopolis.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
I met them. That's how
Okay.
I met them. Val is Haitian, so once he, this is when they started that, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So once he
Yeah.
started that, they was coming to me because it's like, hey, could you help us with pictures? Can you help us with stories? And that's how the relationship started. But I rock with both of them.
Okay. Something from your Vowtown episode. It was called Rich in the Hood, by the way, for y'all who want to tune in and get a little bit more details about Luke's past in the streets. It's called Rich in the Hood. Something that stood out to me was the Papa Doc assassination on your pops. What
Mm-hmm.
was that about, man?
My father was into. politics, and Papa Dr. Valle was the dictator, and it was his way or no way. And I believe that my father wasn't trying to go his way. And if you went against Papa Doc, I don't want to say I don't want to pronounce the name wrong, but he has a squad that would just take care of you.
The Tom Macoute. Ain't that their name?
I think it's Tutu Makut. I might be saying it wrong. The Haitians is gonna get mad at me, so I don't want to say it. But he had a squad that if you went against him, they was coming to get you and your family and cut your head off.
Yeah. Was that essentially the reason that y'all had to come to America to get away from Papa Doc?
I believe so. My mother passed. I started finding out this other things when my daughter found my brothers and sisters on his side, like right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
That's when I started finding out about things from his side, and that's how I found out about the assassination. My brother said, yeah, your mother saved him the second time. I didn't know that, but it made it kind of an understanding for me to understand why she wasn't letting him come around me. So,
that was kind of going to be my next question. Did it have something to do with, because I picked up on that.
Oh, yes. For example, when I was out in the streets and on the run and doing whatever, my youngest daughter's mother ain't want me to be around her, bro. So I'm able to, because of my past lifestyle, kind of get a better understanding of what was going on and what was happening with me.
Right.
But that comes through a process. Like sometimes you don't realize something right away. It might take years, and then it just dawns on you. Like you might think something was bad luck, and then 3 years later, oh snap, that was good luck for me. That was good. You don't realize what Allah, God, whatever of your audience's understanding has in store for you. It's just about the faith, and I keep the faith.
Okay. See, somebody in the comments said your story is similar to Haitian Jack leaving Haiti. I believe Jack's situation was once Papa Doc was dethroned or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not all the way familiar, but he had family in politics too. Yeah, he had family in politics too.
Right. What do you think about?
They might have been on that side.
Yeah, I noticed he was on that side. They had a split.
I got you.
What do you think about the unrest that's going on in your homeland right now with Jimmy Barbecue and all of that?
Only thing I know is it's not good. A lot of people pray for the country. A lot of people, because Haiti is a very beautiful country. Very beautiful country. Like you're in the water waist deep, you see your feet type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful country, landscape, everything. A lot of times in the past, what has been showed on the news channel is not what the country is about.
Right.
It's not what they're showing. It's just like we can go to places in South Jamaica. You can go to Jamaica Estates. The houses is crazy. Or you could go in the hood. In the hood because of the building and the bringing in of different races to try to equalize it. It doesn't look as bad as when I was growing up.
I gotta agree with you on that. There's definitely a deception involved with the imagery that's shared in the United States about Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to college with some Haitian exchange students. They was rich. They was rich back home.
Listen, in Haiti, well, if you went to college and they went to school here, yeah, their family is rich. In Haiti, either you're rich or you're broke. There's no in between.
Right.
There's no in between. I can remember in the past, I believe that my sister used to pay her secretaries or accountants, but this is it might be higher now, but back then, like say 2000, it was like $400 a month, and they was living good.
Yeah.
$400 a month for US, and they was living good. But again, like I said, that's 20 years ago. But I'm sure it hasn't changed too much then, because if people's kidnapping you for $50,000, that's really not a bunch of money.
Right.
When you really look at it. But down there, $50,000, you're living very well.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share with you what prompted this interview, because I've interviewed you in the past. I seen a Facebook post that you shared, and you essentially were saying that you were starting to become annoyed at people in general society or everyday life, or maybe on social media, stepping to you like, yo, put me in a movie, put me in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you have started to deal with as you become more high profile?
My thing is, and someone came on my page, and they was telling me that you have to be more uh, compassionate for the people that's trying. It's like I'm shutting them down, right? And I heard what they said, and I can understand what they said, but it's a business.
Yeah,
So, would you hire a cook that couldn't cook? Would you ask a waitress that spoke to you and said, "The fuck do you want?" You're not going to hire them, correct?
right.
So, the only thing that I ask of people is, if you're going to do this, just like I'm serious about it, you gotta be serious about it. If we playing ball, right? If you can't play, you're not getting picked in the game,
At all.
right? So I'm not going to you're going to have to practice so you can get better with whatever you're doing. Just like I live 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, and I'm not telling you have to be as obsessed as I am with this, but you have to put some work in. You know, they got a big thing on TV. It's very easy. It's called the University of YouTube. You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We on it right now.
Right.
Anything that you want to know about, all you got to do is put it in YouTube. How to be an actor. It's videos. How to do this. You can't just go, yo, I want to act. Oh, I know I can act, so put me in there. Like, how can I put you in there? Then you want to have a speaking role. You want to have a speaking role, and you want to talk, and you want to have a major part in a film. But what does that do for me?
Right.
Right? So say you're EP, and I got 3 homies that want to be in the movie. How long am I going to have my job? And they can't act. So you got to understand. I think some people don't understand. Like, they see me doing things and they like, this nigga got it. He's rich. He's done whatever. Because some people actually get mad, right? But it's like, this is my job. So you want me to F my job up because you want me to give you an opportunity. And like I tell them all, get your acting coach, do this. If you can't afford an acting coach, YouTube University is free. Prepare yourself. Do some monologues. I can bring you to the water, but I can't help you drink it. You
Right.
got to do that. So when people ask me, hey, put me in a movie, I say, hey, man, I'm going to get you to an audition, and you got to put yourself in the movie. I can't put you in the movie. You have to do that because you have to do the work.
Right.
I can't do the work for you.
I would be the first to remind these niggas that some of y'all got to remain in the audience.
Oh, man.
Everything ain't for everybody, man. Niggas just want to be involved, man. And this social media shit, it's crazy, man. How people just want to be in front of these cameras and shit. And they probably grew up wanting to be something else, but when they see how things are working for you or appear to be working for you, that they should be involved in shit. That's just ridiculous for somebody
Well,
to assume that.
I think what it is today is that because of social media, because of people's perception of things, and we all say, hey, you could be whatever you want to be, you could do whatever you want to do, which is true. So they think, hey, if I want to do this, let me do this, right? But you got to put the work in. Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. By the time their teammates get into the gym, they've already been working out for 2 hours. That's why they play like they play. They don't come in late to the gym. They don't leave early from the gym. Those brothers got there early and they stayed after everyone left. Again, like I said, we on set. We got to get there before and after when everyone's asleep.
Right.
We're figuring out what's happening next. You're asleep. So when you're tired, I'm just like, how? Because I'm going on for 10 days. I'm going on 3 hours sleep a night, if that. And I definitely have one to shout out uh, the wardrobe, the props, because when we had the day off, they came in and worked with us. And a lot of people, it's my day off. They might not want to do that. But when you're into the film business, it's a passion. People are passionate of what they want to do. Just like if I'm a passionate ball player or I'm a passionate artist, I'm going to stay in the studio all day, right?
Right.
If I can't rap, is someone going to put me on the record?
I'm
No.
not.
So again, with me, it's like, like come to me with your stuff together to say, hey, this is what I want to do. And I'm not trying to downplay anyone. Just work hard with it.
Right.
Some people are natural and they may look good and it may work, but find an acting coach. You'll be surprised what you learn. I've been around some acting coaches. Wait for the plane. I've been around some acting coaches, bro, and I see a lot of times I see the type of work they do. And a lot of times if I have people in a project and I see that they need some help, I will suggest an acting coach and suggest who they should go see. And that person will help prepare them for what we're about to do.
Right. One thing that stood out to me, I have to ask you this before we move on, because I got my notes right here in front of me.
Oh, so you ain't on the fly then? You got notes?
Yeah, I got a couple little tabs. I ain't really writing
Okay.
them down.
Okay.
Just the stand in the corner, the discipline. That's some shit that happened over here in the United States when we was kids too, right?
Really?
I never knew where that shit came from. So that was a Haitian custom.
I can't say if it was a Haitian custom. I know a lot of Haitian households, they do that. Listen, I did one podcast and they were Haitian and they told me about, and I never heard about this. Like they used to have to get on their knees and there used to be rice on the floor.
God damn.
I said, hold up, rice on the floor and you get on your knees? Like,
Yeah.
don't stand in the corner, get on your knees on the rice and stand in the corner. Like today, right? These kids would be like, "Oh, I'm calling ACS. I'm calling this."
Hell
Like,
yeah, that sounds
this
like
is this,
some waterboarding
this is
shit.
true. Listen, bro. I remember I got caught stealing some gum. My mother took me home, whipped my ass, turned on the fucking aisle, and was trying to put my finger in the aisle. Like, you want to be a thief, mother?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but again, some people that go through that kind of discipline, they turn out to be great people. And some
Right.
people that go through that discipline turn into something else. So I guess that all depends on the individual. And of course, with the education that we have in today's world, we know like, hey, that's something that you're not to do. But I'm sure in Haitian households, they're still standing in the corner today.
When I seen that, I was like, damn, they was doing that shit in Haiti too. That was some shit that was going on. I haven't seen it in a long time because it was a brief period in my life. Like it didn't happen to me at home. I got my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I would have probably would have been happy to have a corner and shit. Cause I got my ass whooped right on the spot. But like school and shit like that, I believe like early on, maybe elementary and shit like that. Yeah, go in the corner. I do remember that and shit. When I seen that, I'm like, damn, that was going on in Haiti
My
too.
mother used to pinch me, like when she'd get mad, like
Yeah,
pinch and twist, like oh, like my kids, like they call her Nana, God bless her, but she used to get them too.
man, they got child protective services for that type of shit in America. Man, they can't be doing that shit in the States. Oh my goodness. Let me
I think discipline is good now.
that and very necessary,
Yeah,
especially you can see in this day and time there's a lack of discipline. There's a
yeah.
lack of discipline. I recently I was at the basketball court. I had got done doing my thing and I went over to the bench and I was just sitting down, scrolling through my phone and shit before I left the court. And I was listening to their language. I was listening to the language that the kids was using. They was cussing like a motherfucker, man. Like Real little kids, man, cussing like a motherfucker, man. I'm like, God damn, man, this shit is different. Like, it was almost like listening to some adults. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's an absence of that, and it's definitely affecting society right now. I want to ask you, what was it like working with Hassan Johnson? That's one of my favorite actors when it comes to urban films for a long
Um,
time.
Come on, bro. Hassan Johnson is the GOAT. He's people's idols. He's great at what he does. That's why he's been doing what he does for the longest. And that's why he commands the respect and the money when he steps on that set.
Right.
Like him. They listen, bro. What I find is the people that really do what they do, they really some great people.
He a
Attitude
cool ass
wise and
nigga,
everything
yo.
else. Yeah, yeah.
For him to be so accomplished, that's a cool ass, regular ass nigga, man. Yeah, I like him a lot. It's my guy. What film did he appear in for you?
Better than my last.
How did
That's
that do?
again. That's when my motion started changing for the better. That project. Once they put me on that project, that's when things started. I met different people. Like I said, DC Coles, Frank Brennan, who still works with us. He's
Yeah.
the DP or co-director or director, and Sean Baker. Met a slew of actors. That's when I learned about scripties and about ADs, and because when you're doing the 3-man thing and it's you and your man is shooting and the other guy's doing the sound, it's not the same.
Right.
You learn about scheduling, learn about what time when you're supposed to eat, what the PA's for. That project helped me develop uh, my game as far as what this film is. So basically that was my first real movie that I did.
Is it safe to say that working with Hassan opened some doors for you?
Well, the COVID happened, so that project became delayed,
Okay.
right? So once that project was delayed, it just came out last October, and we started doing it in like 2020. So um, it just took a little long. So I would say that this project is what opened the door. You got Lou Gossett, you got Shiggy, you got Marquand, you got Sean, uh, Johnny Blaze, Rip Michaels, Cayenne, Bella Black, Angel Love. Um, this was the movie that I think opened more doors and started having people take a look like, oh, what they doing over there?
Shit, if you on film with Louis Gossett Jr. and shit, that's
God
major
bless him.
league. God bless him and rest in peace to him. Tell
Mm-hmm.
my viewers what it was like to work with such a legend. Out of all the pictures you done posted on your profile, that's the one that really like knocked me out my seat, man. I said, God damn.
All right, so first thing I can remember going to his house with the director, Albanian Nazir. So we went to his house. He had his kitchen, living room, swimming pool inside the crib. Um,
Hold on. He had a pool inside.
the crib, yeah. Like kitchen is here, living room, swimming pool. So you could go from the living room, you could go through the kitchen, through the living room, and go swimming if you want. Come back, get something to eat, whatever. Pool is indoor. Um, Being on set with him, I mean, listen, bro, he's a goat. So everyone was excited. It was like, yo, we got Lou tomorrow. It was like, yo, everyone got to be on point. Lou plays a blind painter in Sin, and he told me when we were sitting in the Sprinter, he was like, yeah, he had to call Stevie Wonder so he could get notes on how to play this actor. So when you see this movie, he don't got no contacts or nothing in his eyes, and his eyes don't move. His eyes do not move. When you see this movie, that's how I understand acting. Like, say for instance, I may speak to someone and they have a New York accent, and I say, "Hey, could you make a down south accent?" Ah, come on, Luke. This is my accent. You can't act then, bro. Because
Right.
you know how many people come from England and have black accents?
That's
All
a
that is
great.
part of
I'm glad
acting.
you said that. The English actors. How do they do that? When I think homeboy Lamar, that's somebody who
Yes.
killed it on BMF.
Yeah.
When I seen him off screen doing an interview, I think I might have seen it on YouTube, and he spoke English like the English.
Look at
I'm like, what
Idris.
the
Idris
fuck?
played in The Wire.
Yeah,
He's a DJ and he's from England. Or I don't even know how to say it the way that they talk. I don't want
talk
to
like Lennox
disrespect them.
Lewis. Yeah,
Yes. So it's like, but he's on The Wire saying whatever whatever his lines are, that's what their lines are. It comes with, you know what it comes from? Being in the gym, practicing.
practice.
Not saying I'm this. It's doing that and becoming that. That's the
Right,
difference. If you put the work in, that's who you're going to be. If you just say I'm this, that's why I'd rather not say I'm this. I'd rather let the world, the audience, the peers say what it is with me, not me.
right,
They'll say what I am. Even when it comes to when it was the streets or whatever. I didn't say I was this and that. You've never heard me say I was this or that in the streets.
right. Never.
That's what other people say. It's not what I say.
Right. Has there been? Well, I seen. I don't know whether I've seen it on YouTube or it was definitely one of these social media platforms. It could have been the news because I watch a lot of Entertainment Tonight and shit like that. And they were saying how it seems that the English actors are becoming favored when it comes to playing black roles in America and shit. Is that something true? Is that true?
Well, what it is this, right? Again, if you're trying to break into something, right? You want to break in to this field. So, American actor may say, "Yo, bro, I want such and such, such and such." English actor might be like, I mean, it's just like if you open up a store, you're going to try to go cheaper than the next person. So they put themselves in from my visual standpoint of seeing it, they come in asking for less money.
Mm,
So if I'm doing a film and we got you and we got someone else and you know both of y'all is whatever and he's half the price that you're asking for, I'm pretty much as a business person, I am going to do this to save money, especially when I don't lose it. And again, they didn't just get there; they worked their ass off to get there. Like I worked my ass off to get where. No one gave me nothing.
right,
No one gave me nothing. Like people gave me opportunities, and I made the best of the opportunities. But no one just said, "Hey, I got you. You right here." No, I had to fall. Boom, get back up. Laugh. You see that bullshit that nigga did? Let's do another one. Oh, you see? Oh, he ain't ready. He not ready. And just keep going and going. And it's like, and I used to always say, you're not going to respect my work, but you're going to respect my work ethic.
got it.
I said, soon you're going to respect my work. And that's what's happening like now. Now the work is getting respected because the work ethic been respected
Right.
no
How
matter
much
what I did.
how much time do you plan to spend on Tubi?
Until I get a budget that can take me out of that realm. So if the budget that I have, and to tell you the truth, it's nothing wrong with Tubi. Tubi started off just like they didn't start off, but basically when Fox took them over, did the same thing that Netflix did. They took everything because it's content, and we know you're a YouTuber. Content is king. Some of your content is dope, and some of your content is just content. So that's what they did. They start taking all pieces of contact. All that is dead now. They got
Right.
deals with Marvel Studios. They got
Yeah.
deals with other people. Like that's not and anybody and everyone ain't working on it's not gonna be able to get up there no more. You're gonna have to step your A game up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have other platforms that's gonna come up to fill those voids and they're gonna take you.
No doubt.
Only thing is it's not going to be the pay that Tubi does, because Tubi got like 75, 80 million people a month going through there. That's a lot of people. Like
Yeah.
Cream, like I said again, Cream, 13, 14 million, whatever, right? If I go to another platform that doesn't have that kind of traffic, I'm not getting that.
Right.
I'm not getting that. So all those eyes that's seeing what's happening and seeing that name and whatever and everything else I'm doing, all that is what helps.
Why do you think, because my next question was actually about Cream. Why do you think that Cream ran up those type of numbers? Was it anything, was it any indication during the filming of it that it was going to be one of your more standout films?
I felt that it was going to be standout because of the writer. I didn't know that it would go like that. So it was a learning process of the talent that was in that film. I tried to strategize it by bringing people from different places so it wouldn't be just one place. So it's people from Detroit, it's people from New York, it's people from North Carolina, it's people from Florida, it's people from Texas, people from South Carolina, because I'm the strategy for that time was I was trying to get the state of North Carolina to get behind this movie, because my pitch was I wanted to do more and more movies there. That was my pitch to the people in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they have someone that's doing films, but that was my pitch, because I didn't see anyone. They do have people from Charlotte that do go on Tubi, or do have their stuff on Tubi, so they do have filmmakers. But that was my pitch, because we shot outside of Charlotte. So, just like back in the days, we're here in New York and then you go out of town and you bubble up, or same thing as some artists that were in New York and they weren't flourishing, and then when they went down south, they started flourishing and they came back to New York. So the same mentality. Got to figure it out. So everything is just a mental of trying to figure it out and see what works and what doesn't work. Because everything don't work.
Why did you want to? Why did you want to be in the Carolinas? Was it climate friendly or something like that?
Actually, when we first were putting the project together, AB was the director. She bowed out, right? When things started getting whatever, because she had something else going on. So her and my other man Huey, he was just like, who was the EPSN. He was like, yo, let's come to North Carolina. I could do this. I can get this. I can get this. I can get this done, and we could do this and we could do this. And that's why we went there, because it was like because there's been plenty of films in New York, plenty of films in Jersey. So it's like, okay, let's get a new aesthetics to this, like a new background. That's again with the pitch. We put the movie, your business is going to pay. You know how many people is doing that in New York? So now you may come in a place, hey, they're not giving that to you because they done did it before, but here's a new place. It's fresh. Like, okay, you know what? We're going to help your bar. We're going to help your restaurant. It's just a move that a hustler would make. You look at the terrain and you see how you can make it benefit you and what you're doing.
Right.
No, don't have to worry about permits. Don't have to worry about the police. You can film anywhere down there. No one is bothering
you.
Yeah. Here it's starting to get a little bit much easier because it's a lot of people doing it. I can remember when I first started, a guy that was directing on them first movies that I did, he got arrested for a prop.
For what?
They arrested him because of a prop gun. He had to go.
Oh, he had a fake hammer.
Yes. That wouldn't happen now. Because now it's like if I had prop hammers and someone stopped, all I gotta do is go to my page. Yo, bro, I do movies. There you go. Google me. But when you first start, you don't have all that.
Yeah.
So you can't do that. So it's like, okay, what you trying to do, a robbery? Now we're doing a movie. So you have to understand it's neighborhood guys in 2016 and 17. It's 3 or 4 of us. Movie? This ain't no goddamn movie. Movies got permits. Where's your permit at? Where's this at? That's what was going on.
Right.
When we first started back then.
Okay. One of the last things I want to ask you is, how did you meet Kwame Teague, who's a very, very integral part of the literary game in prisons?
Hmm.
How'd you meet him?
So again, Kwame and Yui, the EP of this is one of Kwame's projects also, by the way.
Hold on for 1 second, Luke. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
DoorDash, pardon me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um. Yeah. Bring me back.
Meeting Kwame Teague.
Oh, so I met Kwame because the script for Witness for the Defense that we was doing for Cream, Kwame wrote that.
Okay.
Yui is an EP on Witness for the Defense. So Yui was telling me, hey, I understand you're doing these movies, you're doing this. I want you to kind of oversee what I'm trying to do. Me and Kwame got this joint called Sin, which we shot in Atlanta. And that's how I met Kwame because Yui and Kwame is like brothers. They both are writers. Yui's home. He's in North Carolina. He wrote a couple of books. But him and Kwame have written plenty of scripts together. So that's how I met Kwame.
Is he one of the best that his writings, have they turned out to be some pretty dope films?
Uh,
'Cause his
well,
books is the
he, he,
shit.
he wrote Cream. He wrote, well, has something to do with Dutch. I don't know who has the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? But
It's his book though, right? Well, that's his book.
well,
Dutch's.
I mean, it's like again, right? If I buy something, if I pay Kwame, then it's mine. So
Got
what
it.
happens is a lot of people he's paid to write, but a lot of these things that you see, he may not get the credit as the writer, but he's the one that wrote it, like
Right.
Dutch or Legacy that's on BET or Angel that's on BET. All those come from Kwame.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh no, he's an incredible dude. And again, there's some incredible writers, and there's some new writers coming out, and again, Tubi, you can say what you want, but it's given a very great opportunity for a lot of independent black filmmakers, black
No
film
doubt.
writers, black film actors. You got some people, and they might say, "Oh, that's a Tubi actor," but they're really an actor. Like Christopher Dahl, dope.
Yeah.
Nia Lee, none of her movies dropped. She done did 4 movies, two with me, two with my man Will and O in Connecticut. She got 4 movies getting ready to drop.
Dope.
She's dope. You know what I'm saying? Diesel out of Detroit. And again, you know, my experience with Cream helped to raise my standards of excellence. They don't play in Detroit, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I want to ask some Detroit questions since you
they
mentioned
they
that.
are they are
Why do
very
why do uh why do people so much why do people associate Tubi with Detroit? Are they the governing body, or they got the monopoly
because
going on?
they don't have the monopoly, but they have a very big amount, a large amount of films made in that city. That's why they call it Black Hollywood. They date the letters, and they put the work in. They've been putting work in. Like when I started, they was putting the work in the right way. So in
Yeah.
2020, when I learned how a movie set goes, they was doing that shit in 2013, 14, even before then.
Damn.
So those guys is like 10-year veterans, and they're not new. They've
Yeah.
been doing it. They've been understanding it, and they help to train. Like I've seen people they from Detroit, like they give pointers to each other. Here, um, it's more or less I've seen people don't say anything, and when they leave the set, then they're talking about it. And I think that's the difference. And I think I spoke about that before.
Shit, that sounds like the hip hop game.
Well, this is what it's starting to turn into that. But again, I would put them as they started this. I mean, they didn't start it, but as far as how it's going, they started it, bro. I
Right.
learned a lot from interacting with them.
No doubt.
You
Me
know,
too. Me
a
too.
lot, a lot.
I
You know,
love McGraw
they do their
album.
thing. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, H block is getting ready to drop. I think the 18th. I
Yeah.
gotta go there on the 20th, so I'm not gonna be able to attend the screening. But boy, they work hard. They live by this.
Right.
You know, there's a few filmmakers, independent filmmakers that do their thing in New York. There's a lot of people in Detroit that do their thing.
Right. Do you I don't see you much on Twitter. Are you on Twitter? Are you active on Twitter?
Sometimes.
Okay. My next question was I was gonna ask you, was you following Curtis Schoon on Twitter?
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh, that's the big show on Twitter, man.
Sometimes I repost. I don't know. I think I get lazy with it.
Yeah.
I probably, I mean, if I probably reposted them, I would get a big following. Matter of fact, the biggest boost I got in my followers on Twitter was when Val dropped that he is not, because he called me and was like, "Yo, man, niggas is trying to say we Ronnie. I gotta make a post." I said, "Man, I ain't paying that shit no attention." "Nah, man, Ronnie's a bum. He just kills people. He don't have no money. Wears the same clothes every day. Fuck that. I'm switching that shit up. Nigga, you was making money. You fly. We're not doing that." So when he did the post in the comparison, I must have got 1,500 followers on Instagram and maybe 900 followers on Twitter.
And which show was that comparison on?
That was Raising Canaan. The guy Ronnie.
Ronnie. Got it.
He was. The homeboy ain't dead no more. I forgot what the character's name was. I forgot. Someone might put it in there. But yeah. That made the Twitter go. I know Curtis Schoon, that's how he his whole thing was Twitter.
Yeah, he dominates Twitter. I follow him, man. My day is incomplete without tapping into Twitter to see what the fuck he's saying, yo. It's must see
But
TV
yeah,
and informative.
his wordplay is crazy. You know what I'm saying? His wordplay is crazy.
Yeah,
And he
truly
uses
gifted.
his knowledge, his wisdom, and his understanding. And when he sits there and puts it to words, like I'll be talking to him on the phone, and I'll be like, "Hold up, say that again." Okay, I'm getting ready to put that on Twitter.
Yeah, he's sharp. How's y'all project coming along? Y'all did a collaboration for a boxing project, right?
Yes, Born the Box. We are. It's in post now, and then he's trying to find a deal for it, and hopefully he does. So, ching ching, we can eat.
Right. I hope to see more sports related content from y'all. I feel that I would enjoy that. Some more sports stories from black directors and shit like that. That was something that very, very much interested me about the Born the Box shit. You know what I'm saying? Don King
What
and different guys.
the director is Asia. That's his fiance.
Okay.
And she's dope. She did the first joint, Black, White, and Blue, which dealt with politics. That's on Amazon if y'all want to check it out. And then we did the Born in the Box. But she's a beast. She's a beast.
Okay. That's what's up. When can we expect to see Cream 2, which is a favorite? I'm often asked about it. What's up with Cream 2?
Well, that's one of the reasons I'm going to Detroit on Monday, so I can figure out what's happening with Cream 2, because I already got this. Kwame already wrote the script. So it's just all about, people that we did the business with the first time around. We got to sit down and we have to talk and we got to figure it out. It's going to get done. How it's going to get done, I I just don't know yet, but it's gonna get done. So
Looking
yeah,
forward.
you will have an encore because you are in that script. I've read the script. I didn't. Matter of fact, I read the first 50 pages. I didn't read the rest of the script because I've just been too thing, and I didn't want to get into it until I can iron out everything that's happening
Right.
around Cream to make it work.
Okay.
And if it don't work, I got other shit coming, so it's all good.
You said something I want to add this to before we get off of here. You said that a lot of those filmmakers from Detroit, they was around 10, 15 years ago. What was the
Bro,
platform? What was the go-to platform before
they were
Tubi?
selling out the trunk, DVDs. Plug
DVDs.
Love. Look when Plug Love was made. Plug Love has made millions of dollars. So they was doing that type of shit when I wasn't even thinking about film. So
Damn.
you can go on Tubi and put in Plug Love. Y'all watch that. That's like the original Detroit hit. I'm sure there's other things that were made, but that's the one that I know about. And Murder Pain, Moolah, like what I'm saying. They do what they do. Dennis Reed, Beasley, they all listen, bro.
Black
That's what
Hollywood.
Black Hollywood. They do their thing. I'm just trying to be part of Black Hollywood. So it's like you work, and when them dudes say, "Yo, that shit is fire," like what I'm saying. So again, like I said, we doing Glow, and when we got these actors that's established and been in 30-something movies themselves, and say, "Yo, this shit gonna be crazy." Like I said, it's already a sneak peek of Glow. So if you go to
Right.
Luc Stephen, or you go to the Glow, the movie 24 page, we wrapped yesterday. You have a sneak peek today.
I
That's less
really
than 24
appreciate it,
hours.
man.
Less than
I
24 hours. It ain't no
appreciate it.
it ain't no 3, 6, 4 months
Yeah.
here. And again, that's just what you whistle.
I
What you
really, really
whistle. Get ready.
appreciate that, man. I was a teenager, a kid in the early 90s. It was always a dope ass black film to go see at the movies and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. And it seemed for a second it kind of dried up, and I'm glad that y'all applying pressure because
Oh
it
no, we got
resonates. It's
you gotta apply pressure. I mean, I didn't mean to cut off your wisdom, but
Go
Spike
ahead.
Lee's first joint was $200,000. Wasn't no millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was an independent filmmaker. Someone gave him a chance. She's got to have it. I think
Yeah.
that's the name of it.
That was the
And
name.
that was like about 200. But Spike went to film school, so Spike had all his things in stone. He had everything set up, and they did it the right way, and they came up with the concept and the writing, and it was a dope film. Spike is the genius. Would I love to work?
Do you think he's taken notice of the resurgence?
Of course, he's a filmmaker. He sees it because the things that we're doing is changing the whole structure of the studios and everything else because you don't need a studio. You can do it yourself. Like if you ever listen to Dennis Reed and say, "Yo, Netflix wanted to give me $250, but I could take a movie and put it on Tubi and make $1 million." Netflix would say, "Here go $250. That's your $250 for 2 years."
Yeah.
You might make that $250 in a quarter or a month if you got the right movie, right people, right timing, because everything is about timing, just like with a song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the thing is, again, like the music, you got to keep putting out the music until you get the hits. I got to keep putting out the things like, I could be big headed and say, "Oh, Cream is a hit." Like the duress, of course you didn't see it, you're the talent, but we was going through duress making that movie because we was not in the right town. We wasn't in our town. It was traveling. It was needed help. So even though I'm very proud of the accomplishment that we did, I know for a fact we could have did better. Like back then, I didn't understand we always looked for 12, 15 days to shoot. I didn't understand about this 8 to 10 days. So you gotta sit down and you gotta strategize. This is a strategy. You don't just go do it. It's a strat, especially when you're trying to do things in 8 to 10 days.
Yeah.
It ain't like, hey, we're gonna shoot on the weekends. We're gonna do this. It's like, bro, you gotta get to it.
No doubt.
So that's what we do. We try to get to it.
Tell my viewers where they can check you out, your content, everything. Not just the Luc Stephen profile. You got another profile for Second Chance Enterprises too, don't you, on Instagram?
Yeah, the Second Chance Enterprises. I usually, other filmmakers that got castings, or I got castings. I put on that page. I put other people's trailers on there. That's like my show love page. Even though it's my company, I make it universal so that it tries to appeal to everyone. Like, people want to know about casting. So anyone, if I see someone with a casting, I don't care where it's at. I put it on that page.
That's what's up.
Someone drops a dope trailer, or something's coming out on Netflix or Hulu, or independent joint got a dope trailer or something, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put my stuff out there also, but it don't just be mine. It's everyone. It's universal.
No doubt.
With that page.
Okay, give them your personal IG page too.
Personal IG page is LucRStephen, Luc R. Stephen. That's my personal IG page. The company page is second_chance_enterprises. Usually I'll put castings on my stories. I usually don't put them on the main page because they're not going to be there forever. So when I post on my page, that's forever.
Do Fat Cat know that you're a film director out here?
Producer.
Yes.
Yes, he knows.
Yes, is like, what do he say, man? Like, y'all got arrested together. What he said, nigga, goddamn. Like,
No. He just be like, when I have spoken to him, or when I do speak to him, he'll call, shout out, and just, like, yo, I'm proud of you doing your thing. Like, would you work with me when I come home? Would I work with you on film when I come? Of course I would. With the people that's going to give you the money, allow me to be around. So another thing is, I have to get my weight up so that way I could be around. Because otherwise, I'm not around.
Right.
Because if I'm spending the money, just like if the people are spending the money and they want good actors and they want this, they want accomplished producers that's done network shit, because that's their business. I can't get mad at that.
Right.
So I got to prove that I belong, which is what I'm doing. This is why I have to keep working to prove that I belong within that mist of people.
I gotta bring the Muhammad Ali out of you, man. You keep going.
It's not, bro. How can I be Muhammad Ali when I'm not the greatest yet, bro?
Bring the Ali out, man.
Listen to me. Muhammad Ali was the greatest. Right. I can't say I'm the greatest and I ain't the greatest.
Right.
You gotta remember, that brother won gold medals.
No doubt.
That dude was knocking people out. Now I can see if my joints had millions and 100 million. Then I could talk my Muhammad Ali shit. Right. Talk to Muhammad Ali shit with 13 million and motherfuckers excuse my language. People are making films that's getting a lot of money, which means they're getting, like, look at your breakdown, right? So say you know how many views you need to get between $8,000 to $10,000. Right? Yeah. You can add it up, whether your checks is like that or not, right? Yeah. Not counting your bread. Mm-hmm. So you got to imagine, how many views do you need to make $450,000? Because you got some people on Tubi that make that kind of money.
Monthly, right? Quarterly.
They've made it in a quarter. It doesn't stay like that all the time, but they've made it in a quarter. So you could do the math with your wisdom and say, God damn, these motherfuckers. A lot of people watch this shit.
True story.
You know what I'm saying? So what Cream did was have me a better understanding of the business. so I don't be in fantasy land, because sometimes you hear these people and you say, man, they ain't doing like that. Yes, they are, because I seen Cream did. You know what I'm saying? I see the analytics. I
Yeah.
know what it did. And I know that wasn't the best piece of work, and there was a lot of mistakes, but it still was a good Kwame script. We did accomplish what we were supposed to accomplish, and now it's like, okay, the next one we're gonna be better and make it
Right.
work. And that's when y'all have to get ready for Sin, Will You Marry Me, and Glow.
No doubt. Somebody in the chat they said, "Why does bro look familiar?" I'm gonna tell you why.
I seen someone try to say that I look like Rick Ross. I try to look down at one comment because I'm trying not to look down, because I'm trying to stay correct with because you're interviewing me respectfully. But
Right.
I seen someone say, "Oh, he looks like Rick Ross. Rick Ross is dark skinned. We got different kind of noses. Only thing that looks alike is we might have this gray beard
Got the beard
and a
going.
bald head."
Y'all recollect this man, and y'all remember this face, because he's the brother who was on American Gangster, and he said to be down with us, you had to be prepared to do
Oh yeah,
25 years in the penitentiary.
that's what it was. So again, right? When you look at that, right? Check this. Who wants to be in a lifestyle where you have to be prepared to do 25 years?
Man, when
Like
you said
when
that
you
shit,
look at that,
I
when you look
almost
at
fell
that and
out my
think of that,
chair, man, because
you
you
got to be
said it so
crazy.
casually. You didn't show no emotion.
Oh no.
Man, I had just maxed out of the penitentiary when I seen that shit. This was like 2004. Man, you said that shit. Man, we all went into this knowing that, you got to be able to do 25 years. I was like, oh my God.
You
Get
do.
a job, get a job, get a
I
job.
mean, I mean, listen, man. I remember times again, and like I spoke in my story, before it was the Pap and everyone else. That's things that we would say in them rooms in Mama's basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be ready for this. It just became more involved as things started getting more hectic and more money started being made. Because when you get to a level of money, you have to be like that, which I'm sure Meech and them was the same way.
Yeah.
I'm
After a
sure
while, you got to understand what the fuck you doing.
you gotta understand what you got yourself into.
Yeah. Hell
You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And you have to know what the repercussions is going to be if something happens. So again, like I said, you mentioned how I spoke about that calmly and freely, like it wasn't nothing, because that was part of the routine. I can remember being on the run, and when they finally caught up to me and was bringing me in, they was bringing up Pap, they was bringing up Cat, and they was trying to say I did a robbery, and I was like, yo, bro, that's not on my resume. I don't rob. I make money. Like, so after a while, they started believing, like, okay, maybe this dude didn't do it. Like, because when it came to get me, it's like, I'm like, yo, bro, I don't do that. Like, how much money did they take?
Yeah.
Bro, $28,000. You think I gotta rob someone for $28,000? Bro, I could ask someone for $28,000.
Yeah.
That's not where I'm from.
No doubt. Luke, I appreciate your time. We gave these people over an hour. I did not
Really?
see. Yeah, man. I didn't
Oh
see
man, I
this
gotta
shit
meet
going that
someone, man.
long.
I got an old friend. We made up, and I gotta go meet her so we can have something to eat right quick, man.
Enjoy, man. Enjoy your
We
meal, man.
holding
I
it up.
appreciate you.
Hey man, your audience, man. Gully, thank you for calling me and setting this up. Your audience, man, thank you for the support that you guys have been giving. Give me some more support, man. Go on Tubi, put in Luc Stephen, watch those movies, so I can afford, some new clothes or something, or pay the
Right.
rent. Like
Support
help a
my
brother
man.
out.
Support my man. Respect
Help
this
me
dribble.
out.
Respect the film dribble. Respect the independent film dribble. You know what I'm saying? You see the dollar sign? Respect my man dribble. Go
I
support Luke
got you. Yeah,
Stephen.
respect my dribble. Check out the movies. It ain't even about the support, about the money. It's really about watch the movies, because every audience is a different audience. I'm sure you're gonna find something that you like that I've helped to create, along with the vast number of people that I've worked with. Check it out. Like Google me. You know what I'm saying? It'd be more movies because basically on Tubi, if I didn't act or directed in it, my name is not going to be in the thing. But it's a lot more movies. There's about 11 movies on Tubi that I've worked on.
No doubt.
So you guys Google, go to Tubi, watch. If you like it, talk about it. Tell someone else. If you didn't like it, tell me you didn't like it and what you didn't like about it, and I'm gonna guarantee you that that's not gonna happen.
Luke, you've been great, man. I appreciate you. Enjoy your meal, man. Have a wonderful afternoon.
All right, thank you,
All right.
brother.
Yeah,
All
peace.
right, bet.